Rider working on Captain Kink in the gates. He missed the kick a little, Captain Kink. Windswept is back second last, though, as they got going. And Indian Pacific flew out of the gates and landed straight in front. He's cruised out to lead by 2, Eurasia Maraschino. Captain Kink gathering momentum now, goes up on the inside from Rocky Path. A length and a half to Mood Swings. Windswept is back second last, leaving the back, and towards the tail is Amelia's Contraire. And so passing the 800 and Indian Pacific, the Zoo Star 3-year-old held together by Brad Parnham led the way. 3/4 of a length in front from Maraschino. Eurasia third. Pikes having to hunt along. Windstorm still back there second from last. Rocky Path up running fourth and 3 deep, then going forward Mood Swings. Captain Kink's down on the inside, bailed away. Now Windswept is starting to work through the bridle, with last of all being Amelia's Contraire. Coming to the 350, Indian Pacific shaken up in front. Races away, 2.5 clear now from Mood Swings. Windswept down the outside, starting to make up ground with 150 left to go. Windswept is putting his mind on the task. He's coming out after Indian Pacific. Indian Pacific responding, though. The post coming in the nick of time for Indian Pacific, and Indian Pacific has beaten Windswept. Mood Swings ran third from Maraschino, and then came Rocky Path, Eurasia, Captain Kink, and last all of the way is Amelia's Contraire. Indian Pacific, ridden by Brad Parnham, the son of Zoo Star, proves too good for Windstorm first up. Indian Pacific leading from start to finish to take out the 4th event of the day for the Neville Parnham stable. Proving too good here, and that's a double for the Parnham yard. First winner for this afternoon for Brad Parnham, beating Windstorm, who was surging down the outside but has run out of time. Indian Pacific, a very talented 3-year-old himself, and has produced a top-class first-up front-running performance at his first test beyond 1,000 metres by Zoo Star from Rosarino for Nev Carolyn Parnham, Bob Pearson, Bill Biggs, also Santo Waliardo and Graham Webster, and makes it 3 wins from 4. Windstorm by Reduced Choice from Storm Alert. Grant and Alana Williams, William Pike second home. Third 7, Mood Swings by Warchant from Scarlet Storm, a big run. 3 deep all the way. Brave in defeat. Jordan Turner, George Dupre, and Maraschino stuck to its task to grab 4th. Numbers are 3, 2, 7 and 5. And a half a length by 1, the margins. 112.63. 112.63 the time. 34.12 the last 600 there. So the favourite goes down. Indian Pacific proves to be the nemesis of Windstorm at its first run back. The 5th event, the Glenroy Chaff over the 1200, 2 Mankind, 6 count to Mozoff, 13 Chest and Fly, 18 Choreograph do come out of the next event of the day. Well, a very productive start to the afternoon for the Parnham yard, who's been in very, very good form right through the season here, and in particular in more recent months. They're churning up the winners with the monotonous regularity, and this has been a 3-year-old produced very forward, very fit for his return to racing to beat a highly talented horse who'd not tasted a previous defeat in its career. So let's go to the yard now. We'll catch up down there with Brittany as this winner prepares to come back in Indian Pacific.
Very much, Darren. I do have Neville Parnham for the second time today. Now, Neville, Janae, your strapper was just telling me that Hoboken and Indian Pacific were the pair that worked together earlier in the week. So perhaps that was the winning piece of work earlier.
Very well, and this horse has done a good job today. He's a very good horse. Been restricted through unsoundness, but he's as sound as he's ever been at the moment, and I expect him to have a nice campaign. The softer tracks probably suited him, but I was pretty confident he could win today. Obviously, the hype was on Windstorm, and it's clearly a very nice horse. But elected to go this way because I thought he'd get a softer lead, and I thought he'd just get away with it, and he was always going to be a price. Whereas next week, if I started him, he was probably going to be Windstorm's price. So we're quite happy.
Well, you absolutely would be. And the favourite backers, certainly not. You mentioned, obviously, there is a lot of hype on Windstorm, but I guess you've been around long enough to know that sometimes the bubble does burst on a favourite like that, and you were confident. How do you approach a race like this when there is a horse with such a boom on it?
Yeah, look, I think he was, I'm not saying he's not a very good horse, but, he maybe exaggerated a little bit. He's both tried on the same day. He ran 2 seconds slower. Different kind of horses. This guy's speedy. The other one's probably at 14 to a mile. He is probably going to be a very good horse. So, I went into the race not thinking that we couldn't beat it. I thought we could, and it turned out that Brad rode him really well. He rated him well in front, and once he let him go, he put a bit of a gap on him. And he does tend to sort of float a bit, and when you give him a bit of a backhander, he tends to find again. So, I wasn't too perturbed about Windstorm being in the race.
He was a really nice performance, Indian Pacific. What are your plans going forward with this horse?
I guess we'll just try and pick our way through the races amongst the winter months. But, in the longer term, if he stays sound, I wouldn't mind taking him to Victoria, to my stable over there, because he is a super Vobis horse. But, his soundness issues has stopped me from doing that in the past. But hopefully he stays all together, and we can perhaps do that one day.
Hopefully he can stay sound, as you mentioned. Congratulations on the win.
Cheers, thank you.